Hello everyone, I am here with at least version 1 of the long-awaited video on how to create shifts for your volunteer time on EMCE. I still do not have a student account for your class. Hopefully the EMCE rep will be assigning me one so that I can make one that looks exactly the same as your view. For this video, it will be a little choppy in how it gets filled out, but I want to get something up for the meantime. So here we are on the homepage of EMCE. I'm doing this on my computer, but you could certainly do this on your cell phone as well, and the steps would all be generally the same. It will just be a little bit smaller. So to start with, we come over to the plus button, and the button that you guys are going to be looking for is the add an event. You may or may not see some combination of these other buttons. The only one we're worried about for this is add an event. So I'm going to ask that you title your events something along the lines of the agency you're running at. If you call it, Thousand Islands instead of Tiers, that's not a problem. And then just a little note in there so that I can see that it's a volunteer shift. So at this very moment, I am at Potsdam Rescue as a volunteer, so I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to add my location, which is going to be Potsdam Volunteer Rescue Squad if this decides to load. Potsdam Rescue. Okay, right here. Potsdam Volunteer Rescue Squad. We can see as long as I put this in as an EMS agency, it automatically fills it as a field experience. If you do not see the agency you're looking for when you're looking on this search menu, it means that either they are named something that you were not expecting, or we do not have a contract with them. So if you can't find them in here, then I would recommend that you try a couple different names because some of them do have odd names. And then if you still can't find them, send one of us an email because we want to make sure that you're looking to do ride time somewhere that has an agreement with us. So you can see that they're all in here with kind of odd names depending on what you might be used to. So I put Potsdam Volunteer Rescue Squad in here. It's a field experience. There's two possibilities for what I want you to do for your times. If you are setting this up because you are about to go on duty crew or you are actively on duty crew, then I want you to put in your actual duty crew times. So for me, my duty crews for volunteer time start at 10 p.m. Technically it started last night because I'm in the middle of my crew right now. And my crews go for 8 hours. So 10 p.m., 8 hours long, and we know that'll end at 6 a.m. Interestingly, EMCE does not ask for a start and end time, it asks for a start time and a duration. So if this is the situation you're in where you're going in for an assigned crew, this is how I would like you to put it in EMCE. If you are coming in just for one quick shift, then I would like, or one quick call, sorry, I would like you to put in a time that is just within a half an hour of whenever you are writing this, whenever that call happened that you're setting up this event. So let's say I just got back from the call. I still want to put in a time that's within a half an hour of right now. So I am going to change this back to the 18th because it's the 18th. It's about 1:15 a.m. right now, so I'm going to put in 01:30. And then for the duration, you can just put in an hour, 2 hours, whatever. If it's just for one quick call, then I just want you to put a duration long enough that you're going to be able to create the shift eval for this shift. So that's our other option. If we're coming in for just one call, we just set the time for roughly around within a half an hour of whatever time it is right now. This is going to somewhat be on honor system because we don't put direct times in our EMCE. I would like you guys to create these events at the very least right when you run the call, right before or right after. so that I can check on the fact that your charts are getting written within 7 days. I won't be able to tell for sure when this call actually happened, but we want you guys to develop those good charting habits. So create this event right away, and then if you need to write the chart itself a couple days later, that's something we can do as long as we create the shift eval right now. Okay? So 9:18, 1:30 a.m., duration's 1 hour. The description, I'm just going to put volunteer call, and then we would hit save. We save that. Give it a moment. If you can hear the radio in the background, that is actually RJ calling his ambulance back in service at 1:15 in the morning. We can see this shift has now come up in my schedule. Now this is where this video gets a little choppy because I don't have the student profile. I'm going to click on this and give it a moment to load. On your view, next to your name, you should see the spot to clock in, just like you are on a scheduled ride time shift. And you should see a button down here that says Create Shift Eval, just like you were on a scheduled ride time shift, once you make this event for yourself. If you're having issues with that, please call me and we can figure it out. Like I said, I'm going to try and put another one of these up once I have that student account. I need to chop it up a little bit here just because I'm listed on this thing on this event as faculty, and I'd like to be listed as a student so that I had those buttons. I can't see those buttons. The important thing to take away here is that we're going to click the big Create Shift Eval button. And if I can, I'll insert a screenshot from a video that one of the students sent me on how they did it so that you can see what this should look like when you create the event. Just so we can keep going, I'm going to create just a generic shift eval. Now this will autofill you as the student when you create an event for yourself, but here, because I'm creating a generic shift eval, it's not. This shouldn't be something that you have to worry about. Give it just another moment to load. All right, let's start with the evaluator. Oh, I need to pick my student first. Okay. Okay. So I am just going to put myself on this shift.